We are all gathered here today at the invitation of Sarah and Marc to celebrate not only their 18th wedding anniversary, which is of course tomorrow, but to witness our happy couple renew their vows. Now, a lot has happened in that time, and neither of them knew then where life would take them. But the one thing that hasn't changed in all those intervening years is their love for one another.
Sarah, you are my best friend, my sister, and I love you very much. Marc, you mean so much to me. You are one of the most caring people I know, and the glue that holds Team Lithgow together. From the moment you said yes to this moment, you have been making promises to each other. All those conversations that were held, drinking or driving in the car, or over a meal, or during one of your many shopping trips, all of those sentences began with, I will, you will, we will. Talking about your future while on your family holiday with your boys. That included someday and somehow and maybe. Just two people working out what they want, what they believe and what they hope for each other. Today is a symbol and a way of saying to each other, you know all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it, all of it, every word. In marriage, many days will bring happiness, while other days may be sad, but together you will overcome anything. I love you both very much.
Today they stand before you along with their sons, Oliver and James, sat just at the front, to reaffirm their vows and their commitment that they made to one another nearly 18 years ago. May your love be as beautiful on each day you share as it is on this day of celebration. and as precious to you as the day that you first fell in love. May you always see and encourage the very best in one another. May the challenges that life brings your way make your marriage even stronger, and may you always be each other's best friend. This is, of course, a very special place for them both, as this venue, this very room in fact, is the one that saw them say I do on the 2nd of July 2005. Life has, of course, like all couples, had its highs and lows, but Sarah and Marc know that the one constant throughout all of this has been their love for one another and their unwavering relationship that is as strong today as it has ever been. It all began, though, as a little bit of a whirlwind. It was the summer of 2004, and Sarah and Marc, both newly single, were introduced on a blind date by mutual friends. They immediately clicked, both knowing they had found the one, and by Christmas of that year, they moved into Sarah's flat together. Life was blissful, they were happy and in love, and when Marc popped the question just the day before Sarah's birthday in March 2005, there was really no time to lose. With a holiday booked in early July, it made perfect sense to combine the two. So the date was set, they were to be married on the 2nd of July. And having loved and celebrated New Year here at Whitley Hall only months before, this place was the place was meant to be. So at 10:30 a.m. on that hot and sunny summer's day, Mr. and Mrs. Lithgow tied the knot. The bride was early, the groom was a tad stressed, but Marc still remembers shedding more than a few tears during that service. Not a lot has changed. Fortunately, Tony, the best man, and Donna, Sarah's maid of honour, were both on hand, and as they are today, to make everything went to plan. And so all these years later, not only do Marc and Sarah live together, they work together, running their waste management business. They have a good life and they appreciate all they have. Interests may differ though, at times. Marc's not perhaps keen on shopping for handbags and skincare products with Sarah, but that's not to say if there's a nice car or a watch that catches his eye that he's not interested. Over the years, they have enjoyed some wonderful family times and holidays, both at home and abroad with Oliver and James. They still miss their beagle Ralph, but fortunately, Buddy and Beau make the Lithgow's family complete. To have met and married in less than a year, there may have been those who thought this will never last, but it has, and it continues to do so and blossom. With their two beautiful boys, their dogs, and a family moon at the end of the month, the future, well, let's just say it's looking good.
I, Sarah, continue to take you, Marc, as my lawful wedded husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer and poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death us do part.
Death us do part.
I promise to love and care for you.
I promise to love and care for you.
And be faithful to you always.
And be faithful to you always.
I, Marc, continue to take you, Sarah.
As my lawful wedded wife.
Not that I'm regretting it. As my lawful wedded wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
For better, for worse,
For better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part.
death do us part.
I promise to love and care for you,
Promise to love and care for you,
and be faithful to you
and
always.
be faithful always.
Now, the rings that Sarah and Marc exchanged 18 years ago, which they still wear, symbolise the circle of life and the cycle of love. They were given and received as a token of their never-ending love and devotion, and they continue to be an outward symbol of their promise and their commitment to one another. But it is my very great and honoured pleasure to say to you, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Lithgow.
Thank you.
So perhaps not for the first time, Marc, as you hold your wife's hand, I believe it might be the moment that you kiss your beautiful bride. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Put your hands together to welcome the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Lithgow.
Now everybody knows me and knows that I'm not one for any man speaking for me. So I'm just going to say thank you to everybody that's come. It really means a lot. Obviously, some of you were here 18 years ago and some of you weren't. But everybody that's here really means everything to us.
Quick, get a man speaking.
And I'm really glad that you all came. Thank you.
Thank you for your being here. I did want to do more, but I really appreciate that you're all a part of today.
Now join